Hello children, this was 7th standard science force and motion lesson. In the last class we have seen about distance, displacement, velocity, acceleration. So what is distance? The path taken by an object to reach one place from the other is called distance. Displacement, the straight line path between 2 points is called displacement. The shortest distance is the shortest distance. Then velocity is the rate of change in displacement, and SI unit of velocity is meter per second. Then acceleration is the rate of change in velocity. The SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Now we'll see the rest of the lesson. Now we'll see about distance and time graph. So if you observe this picture, this shows a car traveling along a straight line from the point X. The distance of the car is measured for every second. So the distance, time are recorded and a graph is plotted using the data. So the results for 4 possible journeys are shown below. So if you observe this car, it is starting from the point O and started to travel. So after each and every second, the distance and time are recorded and the graph is plotted. So first thing, when the car is at rest, the car is at rest. That means before starting. So the initial, if you see this picture, this is a graph. I think everybody knows about it. So here each and every box, the length of the box is, length and breadth is 1 centimeter. Inside each box there are 10 small cubes will be there, squares will be there. Each distance is millimeter. So here one horizontal line is there, that is x-axis, and one vertical line is there, that is y-axis. So here in x-axis time is noted and on the y-axis distance is measured, distance is marked. Time is expressed in terms of second and distance is expressed in terms of meter. That is the SI unit. SI unit of distance is meter, SI unit of time is second. So this graph is plotted by taking time on the x-axis and distance on the y-axis. So first thing, at time 0, when the car is at rest, it is also 0. Then after 1 second, the distance covered is 20 meter. After 2 seconds also 20 meter. After 3 seconds 20 meter. After 4 seconds 20 meter. After 5 seconds 20 meter. Yes. So when the car is after traveling 20 meter distance, the car has stopped. So we are getting a straight line which is parallel to the x-axis. Then second one, car traveling at a uniform speed of 10 meter per second. Uniform speed of 10 meter per second means for each and every second it travels 10 meter. That means it covers 10 meter. So here at 0 second, the distance is also 0. After 1 second, you have to take x-axis 1 and y-axis 10. You have to put that blue mark, like you have to mark one dot. After 2 seconds, it covers a distance of 20. So at 2:20, you have to put one mark, and 3:30, 4:40, 5:50. Like that, you have to mark a point on it. Then you have to connect all the points, you will be getting a straight line. So the graph has a zero constant gradient, that is the distance increases 10 meter every second. The next one, car traveling at increasing speed, that is at 0 distance, the time at 0 second the distance is 0. After 1 second it covers only 5 meter. After 2 seconds it covered 20 meter. After 3 seconds it covers 45 meter. After 4 seconds it covers 80 meter. After 5 seconds it covers 125 meter. That means the car at the initial point it is having low speed and gradually the speed is increasing. So we call that car is traveling at increasing speed. So the graph has an increasing gradient. So the speed increases. The instantaneous speed of the car at time t, that is 3 seconds, is given by the gradient of the tangent at that point. That means at 3 seconds, you have marked 45, no? There it is started to increasing. Initially it is started from 0 point and it is increasing. So if you draw a one line tangent, if you draw a straight line by touching that line, that is t3 second, that we call it as gradient of the tangent at that point. Okay. Then next one, car traveling at decreasing speed. Okay. At 0 time the distance is 0. After 1 second it traveled up 45, it covered 45 meter. After 2 it covered 80. After 3 it covered 105. After 4 it covered only 120, and after 5 it is 125. The distance covered is 125. So the graph has a decreasing gradient. The speed increases. Yes, the speed here increases. So you are getting the graph like this. Okay. The next one, speed time graph. Let us consider a bus traveling from Tanjavur to Trichy. The speed of the bus is measured for every second. The speed and time are recorded and a graph is plotted using the data. So the results for 4 possible journeys are shown here. So here, when the bus is at rest, yes, when the bus is at rest, what is the speed? Speed will be 0. So here time is against x-axis and speed is against y-axis. So time in second it is given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and speed 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 is given. So the time remains at 0 meter per second. So the car has 0 acceleration, not yet started. The bus not yet started. So the thing is it lies on the x-axis itself. Then bus traveling at uniform speed of meter per second. That is, when you go ride on the bypass road, NH road, you can go in the same speed. There will not be any obstruction there. Yes. So it shows after 1 second 10 meter, after 2 seconds 20 meter, like that it will go. Isn't it? Increasing speed, the same, that is the speed will be same speed, but the distance covered will be after 1 second 20 meter means after 2 seconds 40 meter, like that it will go. Here the time is 0 means the speed is 10. After 1 second also 10. After 2 seconds 10. Like that the speed is maintained. The speed is maintained for each and every second, is that we will be having a 0 acceleration. Bus traveling with uniform acceleration, that is at 0, the time 0, speed is 10. After 1 second it started to accelerate. Bus started to accelerate to increase the speed. Okay, acceleration is done. So after 1 second, it travel at the speed of 10 meter. After 2 seconds, 20. After 3 seconds, 30. 4 seconds, 40. 5 seconds, 50. So we will be getting a straight line. When you connect all the points, we will be getting a straight line. So here graph has a positive and constant gradient, and the acceleration is constant. The next one, bus traveling with uniform deceleration. Deceleration means decreasing acceleration is deceleration. The distance may be, so 0 at time 0 the speed is 50. Deceleration means when you are going near the junction, when you are going near the what is that signal, like that we have to decelerate, we have to decrease the speed, isn't it? So here at 0 the time is taken as 0. The initially the speed is 50. After 1 second 40. After 2 second 30. After 3 second 20. After 4 second 10, and after 5 second it is 0. Understood, children? Deceleration means decreasing the speed. When you are going to stop the bus, or when you are going to stop near the signal, like that, suddenly you can't stop. Okay, you have to decelerate. So that is the given here. The speed of the car decreases by 10 meter per second every second. Hence the graph has a negative and constant gradient, and the acceleration is also constant. The next one, bus traveling with increasing acceleration is, so from the bus stop, the bus starter means there the speed will be minimum. When it reaches some particular point like NH road or that is highway, they may increase the acceleration. That we call it as increasing acceleration. Here the time 0, the speed is 0. After 1 second it is 2. After 2 seconds 8. 3 seconds 18. 4 seconds 32. 5 seconds 50. Here the speed is not uniform, it is increasing. Okay, so the instantaneous acceleration of the car at time t is given by the gradient of the tangent at that point. The next one, bus traveling with decreasing acceleration. So at the time 0, the speed is also 0. After 1 second it is 18. After 2 seconds 32. After 3 seconds 42. After 4 seconds 48. After 5 seconds 50. So the increase in speed is decreasing with time. Hence the graph is a positive and decreasing gradient, and the acceleration decreases. So the comparison between distance time and speed time graphs. Speed time graphs and distance time graphs look very similar, but they give different information. So we can differentiate them by looking at the labels. So from A to B, the car accelerates uniformly from rest. From B to C, car moves at constant speed. From C to D, car decelerates uniformly to a stop. Okay. So first one, car accelerates uniformly from rest. From B to C, car moves at constant speed. From C to D, car decelerates uniformly to a stop. So the y-axis indicates the distance. Thus, this is a distance time graph. Yes, this is a distance time graph. The first graph is distance time graph. So, first point, when car accelerates uniformly from rest, that means the distance moved increases at an increasing rate. Hence, the gradient increases, represented by a concave curve. When the car moves at constant speed, the distance moved increases uniformly over a time. Hence, the gradient is a positive constant represented by a straight line. When car decelerates uniformly to a stop, distance moved increases at a decreasing rate. Hence, the gradient decreases. That is represented by a convex curve. Represented by concave curve means the distance moved increases at increasing rate. Distance moved increases at a decreasing rate means we'll be getting convex curve. Then second one, the XY axis indicates speed. Thus, this is a speed time graph. Here, the speed increases uniformly over time. Hence, gradient is a positive constant represented by a straight line. Speed time graph, speed is constant, hence the speed here is a horizontal line. And the third stage, speed decreases uniformly over time, hence the gradient is a negative constant represented by a straight line. So, graph. So, Raju began walking to his school. He remembered that he forgot his pen and walked back home. But he stopped suddenly when he heard a noise. So, draw a graph for a given story means this is a graph. Ravi was waiting for her mother for some time. When she saw her mother, she ran out of her home, hugged her and stood there for a while. Imagine and write a story on your own for a given graph. You can try this as a homework. Okay, children. So, with this, I'll stop this lesson. Just go through once again the graph. You can understand very well and you can do this homework in a good manner. Okay. In next class, we'll see about center of gravity and stability. Thank you, children.